Hi, I'm Becky, and this is my partner Meno Wellness Hub, and welcome back to our channel.
So thanks for joining us on our Meno Wellness journey. Today we have a delicious recipe for you, and it is wild salmon tartare. So this is a super quick and easy recipe to do, great for lunch, and we'll show you alternatives to help bulk it up if you want to make it for your main course. But it's so healthy and so tasty. And again, we did this on a Friday night. We had our glass of wine to make it a cathartic experience as we'd had a tough day. And who feels like cooking on a Friday night? I certainly, usually I didn't for years. Certainly I was on a Friday night, didn't have the will or energy to go out, or I was straight home into the fat pants, onto the couch with a bottle of something, because I just didn't have the energy for anything. But since I've made the changes in my diet, I have so much more energy now. Don't have the brain fog anymore. And that was identifying my food triggers and using my apps for tracking for symptoms, and also increasing the variety in my diet, and including, and again, I wouldn't be a big fish lover, but I can do salmon.
I'm definitely not a fish lover.
Yeah, and when we first tried this recipe, she was like, what are we having? We're having salmon? Do we have to? I was like, yes, you do have to try it. Yes, you do.
I like my chicken flavoured fish, which is not fishy fish.
Chicken flavoured fish. Lovely, okay. But yeah, so this is a wild salmon tartare, and it is filled with the good omega-3 fats and with the olive oil as well. And that's good for your brain function, it's good for your skin, it's good for help balancing out those hormones and, kind of reducing inflammation. So all good things of this. And of course the dill, the chives and the capers just add a little bit of extra nutrition and also just a little bit of extra taste. So great option for lunch, and you can beef it up then later on with other vegetables and alternatives if you want. So
let's go to the video.
So we're going to our video, and we have our salmon starters, or lunch. This was a lovely tasty treat, and I know your husband was, what do we have in smoked salmon? Fancy.
We picked up the organic one as well.
The organic
and
one.
it does make a difference.
It does, and you don't want something that's heavily processed either. So you want to kind of streamline the least amount of processing the foods that you want to increase. So, because all those preservatives, things like that, they're all adding foreign bodies into your system, and they overcomplicate things and they disrupt our hormones.
Your body doesn't know what to do with it.
Your body doesn't know what to do with it, exactly. Yeah. So I'm getting some of your blunt knives.
I'm going to buy new knives. You'll see that in 20 million videos. You won't. I'm going to have the same knife block this time 2 years. And I'll still be offering you the sharpener, going, do you want to try?
Do you want to try the sharpener?
I was so glad you did this piece, because while I'm now a fan of this dish, it's still just like smoked salmon. I know it's meant to smell lovely, and it does, but I'm still just not that fishy person.
Yeah.
So touching it as well, I'm a bit so I was really thankful to you that you did this. But I do try it myself as well at home, and I just get over myself and do it.
So it's the texture that probably bugs you more than anything else, is it? Yeah. I'd be a bit like that now as well. So I mean, adding this on crackers or sourdough bread and on a piece of toast really does help bulk it up. It helps, the textures, the comparison, they go well together. The pairing, it goes well together.
I'm looking crazy there because I'm cracking up behind you, but people are giving me abuse off camera there. I'm not just talking to all the voices in my head.
And I am just chopping away, no airs and graces, because again, it's all just going to be mushed up in a minute. So there's no particular way to slice and dice it.
Saying here as well, I'm very disappointed in myself, not to have, those ceramic mixing bowls that all Irish households kind of have. And I was when I was trying it up, I went, oh, I'm probably the only person in Ireland who doesn't have that proper mixing bowl when you look for one. So I'm going to get a decent one, and maybe some knives.
I think it's as good as any.
I'm just yabbering on away there now. What am I doing to help there?
Was this the point where you were telling me you did culinary school back in the day, and I was laughing about it because I was like, you went to culinary school?
A whole year, yeah. I did, it was hotel and catering course. And it was like for 3 years, but the first year was like, you know, you worked as a chef like in the kitchen in the college, like, and that, and we had like, you know, the chef uniforms, you had the chef knives and all this stuff, and yeah,
You looked the part,
retained
but
none of it. Retained none of it. I preferred to front a house kind of, so rather than the chef and things, trying to get through it. Oh, this is me and the scallions. God.
oh yeah, the onions loved you. Yeah. Fresh spring onions.
I nearly start chopping the wrong end there at the start. And then I'm like, how much of this? Get off the middle ends of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep the white piece? Don't do the green piece. Like, you
You're so-
literally
you-
have
I
to...
can see you look afraid doing it. Am I doing it the right one? Am I going to hurt it? Yeah. Just cut them, Becky.
And I cut them so thick here. So this is, if you remember back to one of our previous videos when we did the mushroom, because this was all like in around the same night.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I thought that I had put too much scallions into the mushroom dish, and you let me take the blame. And we now know
I
that
didn't.
you
I
cooked up.
just.
We now know in the mushroom
we were
dish,
busy.
you cut the scallions. They were perfect in the salmon dish.
Yeah.
But I do cut them too chunky, and I watch me now, kind of, you're like, no, do them a bit smaller. And I tried to do the halves in halves again, but like in the roundy, I just made it so difficult on myself. And I watched you doing it now later on in the video going,
just chop them out. I don't.
I just made it really difficult on myself. Like, I literally took it one by one.
Yeah,
You'll
one by
see it
one.
anyway.
Yeah.
Look at me, here I am.
You're concentrating
I just-
so
I'm
hard.
trying to split them like one by one. Like, I did a whole year of cooking in college. And this is what I do.
This is what you do. Yeah. You're very intense about cooking.
I am,
or cooking
and it's
spring onions.
and the size of the, like, not even the right knife for this job.
Look at the eyes on you going. Oh
I
dear.
like it for the world to see.
Yeah, very intense exercise.
Yeah. But like, look how finely diced they are, though. Like, no, well, it's probably because you took over. Oh, well, whoops. I'm still panicking, kind of. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize scallions
The
actually.
strength of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're stinging. They're hopping the eyes out of me there now. That
But
knife
they
is
do,
getting
yeah.
more
And
and
see,
more
that's the
dangerous.
thing. The trick is to do it as fast as possible. So
Ah, sure. I was Speedy Gonzalez as we get down there now. All I needed was a pair of goggles now and be like, yeah, I'm done with them now.
yeah, I'm just like, just chop. Yeah.
I'm like, they're not. I was like, I'm just going to do 3 more. I was like, I'm doing. Then like, oh yeah, back here again.
I think that's.
I'm like, will she just
You're
take
right. My eyes
over?
are killing me. Yeah.
I know, because again, I'm still doing it in the most awkward way possible. I deserve to have the ice scalded out of me. I'll never do that again now. I just wouldn't cut.
Oh,
That's
my
the mashy
gosh.
one.
I'm like, and I'm not even helping you. I'm just like, just get it done, Bex.
You're like, you've cooked for me enough. You're like, you're not going to learn it any other way. You eventually feel sorry for me now and take it over.
Yeah, no, I make you sweat though for a little longer.
I sweated. It's like, this is me just giving up
yeah,
now.
just get out of the way.
time
Get
has
out
just
of the
got-
way.
Look,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
like...
yeah, just get through it quick as
Yeah,
possible.
I was like, look, they're done, I'll do more. And you were like, no, I'm just going to... Oh, this is the moment of realization.
Yeah.
And we go,
Oh, that's how you do it, real
"Oh,
quick.
see, I was doing it this really awkward way. And you're like, yeah, I know, you're an idiot. Fair enough. I was like, there we go.
Oh.
Shame you couldn't do it so well when you were in charge of the scallions yourself, like, but whatever. Is scallions just an Irish thing?
It's
Or
just
do
a-
people
it's-
just kind of
it's
spring
a-
onions? Scallions and spring onions are the same thing, though.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just onions. Yeah, they're just different variations of the same thing.
I'm telling you now about the time when I chopped into the top of my thumb using my chef knives in the first year of college. But it wasn't actually chef in the kitchen I used, because I used a knife to cut a hedge in the back garden.
Oh, very good,
Yeah.
very good. Because that's what you use the knives.
That's
chef's
exactly
knives
what I
for,
used the chef knives for. So
Yeah.
there's me telling you, I cut this finger before.
That was well
Okay.
repurposed education then.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So I was neither a cook or a landscaper at the end of it. So,
And with a chunk out of your finger.
yeah, yeah. They sold it back well together though.
It does. It looks perfect, actually. Yeah. So yeah, again, it's a small amount of ingredients for this recipe. It's the salmon, the scallions, olive oil. We're going to add in some capers now in a second. and a bit of salt, and she mush it up together, and we're going to serve it on a bed of lettuce. So the lettuce, again, is entirely your choice. We did have a question at one of our events recently about our Meno Wellness, our Meno diets, they're more wellness recipes than anything else. They're not really diets. And she asked me, should we do a detox first? And I said, no, not necessary. Just try and incorporate one good recipe in, learn how to do that, and then it becomes really quick and fast to prepare. So you're not looking at the ingredients every 5 minutes because you forgot what you've read. So learn one good recipe and incorporate that into your diet, and you'll see the difference, that you won't have that bloat that you mentioned earlier. And you'll have that energy and then, hopefully if you get one good recipe that you like, you'll move on to another one. So it becomes more of a habit of increasing the good foods like your mushrooms and your salmons. I know you didn't like salmon, but now you would have this on a regular basis.
I'll eat this dish now, because the capers in this are like, I didn't know what a caper was the first time we made it. And I remember just trying one on its own, and they're epic, but when you bite into one on its own, it definitely has a little something in the center of it, like the kind of squirts into your mouth. It's very, but it's tasty though, it's good.
So we've just added our herbs, our lemon juice, our dill, our chives. So we're just adding our lemons in there now.
This is me again asking you exactly how you want a lemon to be cut. You're like, anyway.
Just cut it up, quick, quarter it.
I'm like, should I have a knife again? All I know how to do is just to wash it up in this. There we go. Oh, I have to dry my knife now, my big knife.
Yeah.
One knife for everything.
Yeah.
One knife to rule them all, and the biggest one.
So I'm a big fan of smelling the food. If it smells good, then it enhances the taste of it. Yeah. And if I don't like the smell of it, I won't eat it. I'm like, nope, that's not going.
Getting little pips out there now, because there's nothing worse when you squeeze them in and you have a few pips in there.
So we're getting our lettuce out. So I'll just give it a little bit of salt, just a little extra taste. And you're still working on cutting the lemons. How long is it actually taking you to cut a lemon? And I'm just like, can you just pour?
There's going to be a few of my pals from college will be watching this, and they'll be like,
oh my God.
That's her. Like, even when I'm down at their houses still at the weekend, they're cooking away. Like, literally, I do these little side quests, and that's it.
Yeah.
I can't be very little. I don't even think that, I think you weren't happy with me lemons. Look, wait, you redo them. Coming up, you're like, after telling me whatever way with the lemons, you had no preference. Watch now, here you go, you had a preference.
Just cut them.
You didn't say in quarters. If you said in quarters, I would have done that. You said cut in half.
Just makes it easier for squeezing them.
But cutting the halves into halves, that's quarters.
Yeah, I know.
So there we go.
But you still, it must have taken you, what, 10 minutes to just cut the lemon?
Yeah. Well, actually, you were right though to do it that way, because the amount of juice you're getting out of it there.
Yeah, much easier. Yeah. So we're just mixing up all our ingredients now, and we are going to serve.
At that time is amazing.
And something that we introduced to it as well is having a little pesto on the side. Really gave it that extra and just a little bit of drizzle on it if you want.
It brings it to a whole new level. Like I wouldn't have, because even I think when we first started eating it this time, and I was like, there's something missing. I was like, what did we do the last time? And then we remembered the pesto, and you put it on. It's like, it's epic. But pesto on everything is just awesome.
So I'm not fussy, as I say, no airs and graces about my cooking skills. I literally just mix it all up and then just hop it onto the plate then, and it's ready to rock and roll.
I'm so not graceful now taking a bite out of this, because it was like, some of the salmon was kind of like, it was a long piece of salmon. So I take a bite at the end. It's not pretty now.
Not ladylike.
I'm just pre-warning here now.
Not ladylike, but it's all hanging down inside your face.
Nomming into it. Like, so.
Graceful as ever.
Yeah, like, look, it is what it is.
And you're like, can you hurry up with that?
Yeah.
You're taking too long.
My stomach was rumbling.
Yeah. Because this was our dinner.
Yeah. But it's worth the wait. It's just so easy to not to get. And there's no mess, no fuss.
Yeah.
There's only it's only a handful of ingredients. And you always have them. Like, most of it is your seasonings and that. Like, and you have them already on your spice rack. So your presentation is always great.
Thank you.
I know we probably should have zoomed in more, like, so people kind of got the full.
The full view of it, yeah.
Yeah.
They could see the full.
I know.
View of your
I'm
glass of
trying
wine.
to take. I remove my
Take the
wine
wine out
glass
of
so
the
they
shot.
could see it. It's like,
Yeah.
ta-da!
Yeah.
You're offering food now to the guys off camera. I'm like, no.
And they're like, no.
I helped. They didn't. Look, I even just side-eyeing going, just want some food?
You don't want
like,
any. No, you don't want any of this stuff. It's too healthy, and that's if you don't want to share. If you don't
I
wanna
offered them
share.
to kind of come on camera there to eat, and it was a unanimous no.
So I'm too hungry. I'm
The romaine lettuce is great though, because it's a proper like little scoop. It's a proper little vessel. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, see, I did this myself actually, because there's me putting the real long stringy one on. Oh God, destroyed myself. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, you can see it out of panic, and I'm like, oh no, you can see struggle and a big chunk. Ah, there we go. Bom, 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 bom.
Totally worth it though. So tasty. 5 minutes to do it, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining us again today, and we hope to see you soon in another video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment with any questions or any feedback. We'd love to hear from you.
And like and share it with your friends.